But I just want to start our meeting so we can keep going. So really quick, I'm going to ask us all to stand and say. No, we can turn to the flag and say our pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible. Jim, we have a blessing in advance of you.
Please join in prayer or meditation as you choose. As I say, bless this food to our use and us to thy service. Amen.
Amen. I've already forgot what I'm supposed to
Stop.
Song. Who is our leading our song? Yeah.
Page 5.
At the dinner table.
Beautiful for snowy skies.
Page 5.
Well, beautiful for snowy skies. Oh, beautiful for
Excellent, excellent. Please have a seat, start eating if your food's been served. We do have quite a bit to cover today. I want to recognize we have several guests here. Whatever we are. I'm gonna tell them to shut up. No, they're sitting down. We'll give them a second.
You two, shut up.
Hey, Steve. So for our guest today, I'm going to start over here. Paul will come back to his neighbor, Pete. Tom has brought a guest, his friend Joe Lewis, if I got that correct. We do have our guest speakers for the day, which is Tracy Lego from the district. He's here to talk to us about membership in satellite clubs, so that'll be a little bit later today. And we allowed Tommy to join as well. Tommy Arnold. And we slid in one more thing because it's just timing wise. We have some guests here from Habitat for Humanity who want to talk to us as well about their upcoming fundraiser. So I've got Jeanette Edwards is here, Heather Custis, and Chris Governator as well, who's the executive director from Habitat for Humanity. So I'm actually going to turn it over to them first so they can talk to you about what's going on. Come on up.
Well, I'm really excited to be here, and thank you for giving me an hour's worth of time. Y'all can hunker in and we'll have a great time at this table. But I think most of you know me. I'm the CEO with Eastern Shore Rural Health, and I've been at this club and spoken to you all before. And I'm also a fellow Rotarian at the Anancock Club, and I am somewhat jealous of this amount of turnout that is here today. I can't wait to get back to my club and say, okay, gang, we've got to step it up too. You should have seen what the Cape Charles did. But what I am doing this year, and I am asking for not only your support as a club and a fellow Rotarian, but also individually. Heather approached me one morning after I had gotten up out of a warm bed. I had had a great breakfast and I had a home. And she said, would you be the celebrity dipper for Habitat for Humanity this year? And I said, it didn't take long to think because just like the motto is here is you serve. That's what we're here on earth for, is to serve other people. I have that with Eastern Shore Rural Health. And I knew that if I could work to get a house for somebody, it would benefit every one of us. It would benefit the people you go to church with. It would benefit the schools. Having a home that you can call your own is probably one of the most important things you can do. When I support an organization, I like to look at the organization and see what its goals are and what it actually does. And I ask Habitat set the goals exactly what I want. They don't give you a house. You work for the house. You pay rent. But what it allows is for somebody that maybe couldn't get the loan at the bank, they can go through this way to get it. But in order to get a house, you have to do 350 hours of sweat, blood, and tears of equity in that house. And then also you have criteria that you have to follow. Habitat for Humanity on this Eastern Shore, and if I'm not mistaken, the next house goes up in the Sheridan area. Coming to Sheridan, we're in your back door. But I think what's even more important is this dip is in your back door. It is a week from Saturday. And please, if you've got any power above, pray that we've got sunshine and not snow. We know the water is going to be cold. We know that. But at least if we have some sun shining on there, we'll make the day feel a little bit better anyway. We are going in and we are raising money. I have set an individual goal of 100,000 to raise. That doesn't even build a house. Tommy Arnold, you can tell us that right away, correct? But at least it will give a start with other fundraisers that they can get a house for somebody. Excitingly, I got a phone call last weekend and got a $25,000 pledge. If I can match it, somebody will give to the Habitat 25,000. We just been upstairs and gone through some figures, and we think we're at about maybe 60,000, which means I'm on the course for trying to get 15 more thousand, and then I've got a match. So I am asking you all to kind of go big dip in your pockets, to think about it as a club and to be able to donate. That would be wonderful. But more importantly, I ask you all to come and see this person go in those cold, cold waters. I've got a costume that I'm doing. My people at work are helping me put this costume together, and I'm going in as a blue crab. So right now it is a red crab. They're taking the dye out of it and they're doing it blue. I've even got the fins. I've got it all. And if you know my husband, he's a waterman. And he ran Edward Seafood for about 38 years, and crabs were our big thing. So I thought, what better way to do it? But sincerely, as the mission, what Eastern Shore Rural Health does is we take care of people. What Habitat does, it takes care of people. And I would guarantee each and everything that you do with your work, you take care of people. And this is just a part of it. That if we can do something for our neighbors and help them, that's what it's all about. So thank you for letting me come and talk. And I've got brochures that we're going to send around. I even have some spreadsheets and I have some things to go. And the night before, down here at Barbecue and Brews from 4 to 8, there is a barbecue dinner. And the band that is coming, I know, Paul, you'll love this. Betty, you'll love this. It is a bunch of retired doctors. And they have put this band together. And of course, it adheres to my kind of music. But they were there last year and they're coming back again this year. That is another part of a small fundraiser. Buy a ticket and come out, and that kind of gets the excitement for the next day. And then the next day we do the dip and we cook hot dogs after the dip. I'm going to a car that is warm. That's what I've decided after the dip. But would love to see you all at both events. Any questions? I didn't let Chris or Heather even say anything. If you all know me, I love to talk. That's kind of my thing.
Really meant the hour that she was.
Yeah, I did. But I also see you back there to know you're on the agenda too. Any questions for Chris about the organization itself, or Heather, who is a board member?
Most everybody knows Habitat, and certainly I can go through some of the details of what we're doing. We're building House 55 and 56 now. We're doing some innovative things in the future. We're coming back down to Northampton. We were given 8 lots in Accomack County. We're just about finished with those, so now we're coming back down here. Listen, writing a check or giving Jeanette some cash for Team Jeanette, it's much, look outside. It's so much better than having to go into the bay in a couple of weeks. So please consider that before you turn into a dipper. But yeah, any questions for me or for Jeanette?
Yes, I want you to say something about modular builds.
Well, no offense to Tommy Arnold, but we're doing a little bit better on the cost of our houses. We're bringing that cost down significantly, but we can't build quicker. We can build cheaper, but we can't build quicker. So we've been investigating modular homes. Some other the Habitat affiliates use modular homes, not mobile homes, not manufactured housing. This is a significant change in what we're trying to do, and we're getting ready to order our first home. It takes 7 months out of the process to build a house. It comes 90% complete. We finish the marriage line between each 2 pieces, and then they move in. So we're working on quicker funding and opportunities to build fast. We'll always have stick-built house. Our volunteers love to help us in stick-built house. But we're moving to modular to try our first one this year.
So it's supplemental, not the new, you're not gonna do them all that way.
Our board came up with a strategic plan a few years ago, which includes doubling the number of houses we build every year. And the only way that we can see to do that, instead of hiring more part-time construction crews, is to go to modular. So we're gonna intermix. We'll do half and half until we see whether it works or not. And we'll always be building bigger.
Haley has a question behind you.
So,
As a. When you acquire property, is it still difficult to do that, or are you obviously becoming more available?
yes, so for us, our restriction coming up in the next 18 months is land. We're running out of properties that were given to us, donated to us. Those properties were donated with. We didn't really do a good job of researching the properties that were given to us. Nobody's given us high quality land with great soils, well drained. And so we're spending money on alternative systems to finish up these last lots that we have. Land will become a problem. Looking at having to purchase at cost or below cost property. We're working with property owners to give them a tax break if they give it to us under an appraised value or as a gift. But land will become a constricting item for us in about 18 months to 2 years.
And I do ask if you'll just say it's Team Jeanette, and then it goes toward that 25,000.
No, Team Dave Dowling, Sheriff Dowling, whatever.
I know.
The money I gave him, will that go towards?
No.
So I have to give.
Give again, Bill. Give again, Bill. That's okay, yeah. And I know, and we appreciate any support you can. I am really working hard to try to match that 25,000. That's my goal. So my goal is 100,000, but getting that $25,000 match is really key. So
Jeanette is one of the finest people I've ever met. And I don't always endorse our speakers, but I want you all to dig deep, go into that cookie jar, help her out. She's a people person.
well, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Just so you know, Paul and I rode to Washington when I was president of our Rotary Club. We didn't know each other, but we rode up there and we learned. I tried to recruit him, and at that time he said, "Oh, I'm giving up my license." Then I tried.
There are ways to give, you can either mail a donation to the Habitat office, you can drop it off in person to the Habitat office in Exmoor, or there's a way to access it via our website, and there's a link and a QR code included within those packages. Just make sure you note it as Team Jeanette. On the online donation, you'll see Celebrity Giver, so we really appreciate that.
Thank you all. Thank you.
We thank you guys for coming and letting us know about this. Yes, Bill and I believe Jim have already volunteered. There are celebrity
And
parkers.
And
And
since,
Stan.
oh, no, celebrity car parker.
Car parker. Friday night.
And we're collecting to underwrite our beer.
We can work something out.
So until they actually start, keep on talking, get some of the meeting stuff done, if you guys don't mind. So we did have a board meeting this afternoon and preceding this meeting, so we are gonna have a few updates coming, in the near future. Relative to costs for meals and things of that nature, we're gonna be talking about a few things that are going on with the club, but we're not prepared to unveil it today. So enjoy the meal you ordered today, because I'm not sure you're gonna get access to the full menu moving forward, so. Couple other announcements, Bill Payne has sent out that the 4-H club through Northampton High School is doing their, they used to be called the Reality Store, I don't know what.
Thank you.
Is it still called the Reality Store?
Yes.
Okay, so that's, I believe it's on March 7th.
I'm not sure, but we haven't had it yet. I mean, we have time to talk about it again. I'll send another email out.
It is, it's Friday, March 7th, it's their, trying to get the students informed about what it's really like to live in the real world and all the costs involved. And so they need lots of volunteers to staff various booths for, say, housing, education, how to get a boyfriend and girlfriend, and the costs associated with that. Clothes, entertainment, any number of things. They need lots of volunteers to help with that, to staff those various booths, to teach these children as they're thinking about moving into the real world, whatever it would cost to exist in the real world. So again, that would be March 7th, Friday, from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the high school, somewhere in that complex building that they're putting in motion over there. We'll let you know exactly where it is.
Jim.
So if you are interested, you can let Bill know, or the email he sent out. The contact information is for Erin Morgan, who is the 4-H agent. You can email her directly to let him know that you would be participating. Okay. Additionally, just a reminder, again, Jeanette has already covered it, but there is the Barbecue and Brews event February 21st, which is part of the fundraising for the Habitat for Humanity fundraiser efforts that are going on. So they've covered that as well. And just quick reminder, March 15th, we are doing our 184 road cleanup. I mentioned to you last week that you could actually RSVP through that on our website. If you go to the calendar of our website, kcharlesrotary.com, go to the calendar, find March 15th, click on the March 15th date. Then within that, scroll down a little bit, there's the RSVP button, hit that, and then type in your name. I've registered and Bill has registered, so hopefully we'll get a few more stepping forward to help us with road cleanup that day. Any other announcements from any member of the club that you'd like to throw into the mix today? Did I miss any other announcements?
This Saturday, this weekend, the club is sending 6 students to Ryla. Ready for the big reversal.
Yeah. So Paul, we're sending 6 this weekend. Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
We're sending 6 students to Ryla. We need to make sure that we have paid the bill to get them into Ryla.
I'll say it.
We're both going there.
I'm gonna hold on to happy dollars till the regular part of our meeting. I think most of the food is now coming out. I think everybody got their orders in time. Is that correct? Making sure? Okay. I'm gonna let you eat for a couple minutes and then we'll go back to our regular programming at around 12:30. Thanks, guys. Conversations, and we're gonna actually turn our attention to our guest speaker today. Tracy Lego is the district chair of membership. If you've never heard him speak, you're gonna just love today's conversation. We have specifically asked him to come because as a shore, the three clubs got together a couple of months ago and we're trying to explore ways to hopefully expand our membership, look at some innovative ways we can approach how we're reaching new members and ways we can handle our clubs. And from that meeting, it came back through Bill Strand, who attended, and Betty Bibbins, who were in attendance at that meeting. We should invite Tracy to come talk to us about some of these options for us, to look at really finding a more, better approach, to trying to hit some of the younger members who now live on the shore, but may not have heard of Rotary or what we do over here. So this is going to be an interactive discussion with Tracy. He's gonna talk to us. I want you to help him with questions about how some of this will work, what they have learned, what would matter on the shore, and how we would actually finagle it, with the way we do our club meetings. So with that said, Tracy Lego, come on up.
Thank you. So as you said, I'm Tracy. I'm your district membership chair guy, and I'll be and soon to be your district governor for 27 and 28. So it was kind of a fun meeting. I had a meeting about 2 months ago. I will never forget that. My entire time in Rotary, Tommy got a hold of me and says, "Hey, I want you to come out with all the Eastern Shore Club. Do you mind coming out to the Eastern Shore?" I told him in the district, I don't care where you are. I've been to South Boston. I've been all the way up to Ashland. I don't care. We're in the district. If you want somebody to come and need help with membership, call me. Anybody in the club, call me. I'll be there. Or my team will be there. It does not matter. We're here to support the clubs. But he invited me out. He goes, "Yeah, we're going to this place called Little Italy." I was like, "Awesome. Italian food sounds great." So we go over to Little Italy and meet with the 4 clubs and sit down and have Mexican. Never forget that. It was really, that was interesting. It was really cool. But we started talking about a while back, the council legislation came through and said we want to encourage satellite clubs. And it normally would be if I came into a Rotary club and said, we're going to create and start a satellite club, I would either be tarred and feathered or I would be chased out with torches and pitchforks out of the club. Because it was, oh, you want to start another club to take away all our membership. That's what a lot of it was considered, because when Rotary first did it, I'm going to tell you, they didn't do it right. They came through and said, yeah, start it up with 8, 10 members. And then when it gets 20 members, have them break off and get their own club. I don't know of very many Rotary clubs that want to do that. Well, I've been known to bend rules pretty bad, more like turn the rules into a spring. But we decided that when I was in Smithville, to give you a little background on how this works. I was the club president in Smithville from 2017 to 2020. We didn't have any members. We were down to 13. About 8, 10 would attend normal Thursday evening meetings. We started a companion. RI told me it's got to be a satellite. I said, thank you. No. He said, well, no, it's got to be a satellite. I said, I heard, thank you, but no, we're going to be a companion. They go, well, what do you mean? We're never going to break off. We're going to stay as just an alternate meeting time, an alternate way for people to be able to serve in our community that want to, that couldn't do it based on our traditional, where our club was traditionally operating. Okay. So we did. That was 13 members in November 11th of 2017 when we chartered the Smithfield Happy Hour. This next Tuesday, I get the joy of inducting our newest members, and that will then take our club to 78. That is what a companion club does. Who here has been in Rotary the longest? I know it's kind of a tricky question, but anybody want to volunteer? Oh, okay. How long have you been in Rotary? 30 years, okay. Is Rotary the same now as it was when you were 30 years ago? Okay. Who's been in Rotary for the last 10 years? 10 years or less? Is Rotary the same as it was 10 years ago?
Pretty much.
Close, but some things do change. Here's the thing. Rotary's changing. The times are changing. COVID woke us up to this. A lot of it. Is that, people don't want to, people have busy schedules, and sometimes we have to adapt to those schedules a little bit. I think that there's only actually really, and Big Tim with Desire, I know some people know two of them. There's 4 reasons really why people don't join a Rotary club. Any guesses? It is the community's best kept secret. That's one of them. Yes.
Time.
Time. It's another one. Money is another one. You got one. You guys are awesome. You got all but one. What's the 4th one? Does anybody know?
These things, but that's old bogus.
Very close. Very close. Club culture. Club culture is that's the 4 reasons why people don't join Rotary. So what does a companion club do? Well, a lot of times it takes away the time aspect. If you can meet twice a month in the evening or whenever, that takes the time away from it. If you don't, you can do it without a meal. You can do it as a social happy hour or whatever you want to do. That takes the money away. You got reduced dues. That takes those 2 away. The club culture thing, it's very simple. How they want to be able to do it, let them do it. They want to do it in service projects, let them do it. I can tell you that Smithfield, when we did this, we had 3 service projects per year. They're the big ones everybody knows about. The Bob Fest and the Bacon and Bourbon Fest and the Wine and Brew, the ones you know about. What you don't hear about now is that club on this year alone has 29 service projects on the calendar. Because the companion. The young professionals want to get dirty. It's gonna sound crazy, but they want to do stuff and they have great ideas. You just got to be able to give them the opportunity. Really is all it is. Thing is that with Rotary, we all serve differently. So we have 7 areas of focus. What I joined Rotary for may not be the same as what everybody else joined Rotary for. We all have our own reasons. We have the companion club because it allows other people that have a different reason to come and join us. Because ultimately, what's it all about? Service above self. I'd say it's actually above service above club too. Be my other point of that. So that's ultimately what a companion club is. Think about whatever you want it to look like. You can have I know one that's getting ready, they might be doing this up in the Petersburg area. There's an assisted living facility. People that basically they're there, still in decent health, but they're in this facility and they want to do stuff and they can't. Or they just don't have the avenue to do it. Rotary's going to let them have a companion club that's for people inside that assisted living facility. They can make socks and sew stuff they can give the homeless people in the area. They can do blankets and things like that to give out. And then it allows those people to feel like they're part of something. And part of something bigger, because that's what we are. Now, I will tell you one thing though. Is it easy to start a companion club? I am not going to lie to you and tell you it is. It's not super hard anymore because we've done it. We've had clubs that have done it. We've gotten a little bit down a little bit, but it is hard. Because you have to have dedication. You just got to get the right people and really fire it up and launch it. But here's the thing. How many of us joined Rotary because we like easy? Think about it. We're Rotary because as Rotarians, we embrace the hard stuff to do. No other organization goes, oh, there's a disease that's wiping out over 500,000 of our children every year. Let's go after it and let's tackle it. Let's take it down. We do. We go and put water in a desert in Africa where it's arid, there's nothing there. So if we can embrace the hard in that, why can't we embrace the hard in our own community to increase our growth and our clubs to be able to grow more, increase our service, and increase our impact? Because ultimately, that's all what it's all about. It's about the impact not to us. It's about the impact to the individuals who benefit from our service product. That's the big thing I want to make sure is that, and that's where you find this. Now, I will say with the companion club, I've learned a lot from these people also. The funny part is technically in Rotary, I am a young professional. I don't turn 50 until June 1st of this year, so technically I'm a young professional in Rotary. But I learned a lot from them because they brought service projects to me I didn't think would be really that. I was like, that'd be kind of cool. One of them brought it to us. They brought one for mental health awareness that I thought was awesome. We did a mental health symposium. And I was like, that sounds kind of cool. Let's figure out how to do it. So we did. And they put it all together. And we're looking at the numbers. We're going, there was only like 70 something people that showed up to this event. We had over 40 vendors, a little 2-hour mental health, awareness thing in the small town of Smithfield. Then what I found out afterwards was that during the exit part of it, there were 14 people that came to that mental health awareness thing that either themselves or a very, very close personal family member of theirs was actually in immediate crisis at that time and was able to find the help that they needed for them or that level. I didn't think that, but then when I found that out, I was like, wow, that's what I mean by impact. It's crazy. And that's what these companion clubs can do. Who has any questions for me? Sure, it's fine.
Is the companion club, I don't know if it's important or not. Have a recognition much like satellite in this hierarchy?
In Rotary International, they call them all a satellite. However, with the help of a gentleman down in North Carolina who's kind of like my counterpart, he's a little bit more vocal to the point that his walk-on music is literally the March of the Empire from Star Wars. He breaks a lot of rules in RI. Love him to death. His name's Patrick Longano, some guys that think of this stuff. They now will recognize companion, they recognize impact, they recognize community-based, cause-based, all those under the satellite umbrella. But they're all recognized now. And it's recognized as those are clubs that never, ever have any intention of breaking off and becoming their own. They are an extension of your own to allow you, like I said, the opportunity to impact your community better.
If nobody else has a question.
So how does the satellite or companion club interact back with Eric, I don't know what you call it.
We call, well, here's the thing is that, and I've really kind of tried to get RI to go away from this, or at least us in our district, is instead of calling them a companion club, we call it like a companion meeting or alternate meeting. And then you have like your legacy meeting, that's what we call it in Smithfield. The Thursday night is the traditional, sing songs and do, a lot of the other things that are traditional in the Rotary meeting. Because we have members, they enjoy that. That's what they know about it, what they like. Let them have it. Let them be able to experience that. But we then have a happy hour meeting. And you're all part of a Rotary Club. Don't matter which one you go to. I have yet to find a Rotary Club that I can't walk into and say, hi, I'm a Rotarian. You mind if I sit down?
So have you actually doubled the number of meetings weekly?
Nope.
So you can't say
Our legacy meets every Thursday, like they always have. Because like I said, we have those older members, that is their thing. Let them have that. Take that away from them. That's their comfort. But then the first and the third Tuesday, we have our happy hour. And we have quite a bit of people that from the legacy come over to the happy hour, sometimes for a meeting. And we have a bunch of our young professionals now that are going over to the legacy because they really want to get in and learn from the, I guess I would say, more seasoned Rotarians. Yes.
So we have a single management structure.
Everybody's in the DAC DB under one club.
So you're gonna have one president.
Yep.
Does the president go to the?
You have a president and a chair. Like some clubs have a president and a vice president. So here's the thing. The president in our club, the president can be from the happy hour or the legacy. That just means the chair is going to be from the other, or the vice president is going to be from the other. And here's the thing. They bounce back and forth. Right now, technically, because we're doing, we're restructuring our our succession plan will be a 3 to 4 year succession plan going forward because you have so many new members and a lot of them getting involved in leadership. I know it's a horrible problem to have, isn't it? Who's gonna, okay, we got 7 people that want to be president. What do we do? I mean, but so like right now, technically, our chair unfortunately had to step down. So I kind of just, I stepped in as chair just a little bit, but then Larry Saint's the president. But sometimes Larry can't make it on a Thursday. I'll go over and lead the Thursday legacy group for him. And he'll come over sometimes and lead the Tuesday happy hour group for me. Here's the thing. It's not really two different groups. It's just alternate meeting. Same members, same leadership. Yes, ma'am.
You ever have 1 or 2 meetings a year or a get together just so you're all together?
Every quarter. But we don't have meetings in party. We have social. We have usually it's barbecue and karaoke at my house or somewhere else. We have a party, yes. Because here's the thing, what's the 5th rule of the 4-way test?
Fun.
Exactly. Let it rip and have fun.
So when you first did, I'm sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
when you first did the trial run, how long did you go before you realized this was working?
When I first started it, because Neva, who many of y'all may know her, Neva Lynch, she's one of my co-chairs on my committee. She beat me in the James City County because we were in a race. She beat me by 3 days to be the first charter satellite companion book club at 7,600. We were in a race. She beat me by 3 days. I think she knew somebody at RI. I don't know. But anyway. We had some growing pains for us. We were the first one, and we had some members in our club that, they were not happy. They thought we were trying to start a whole nother club in Smithfield and kill their club. And I'm looking at it going, you're down to 13 members. You don't need my help to kill this. It's already going downhill fast. It's on fire. But it was a little hard. And thing is, though, is we had a lot of stuff that we learned as a district even by doing it. And a lot of stuff like James City County learned by doing it. So that now the clubs that are going forward are going to do it. It's a lot easier. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you and say it's just, hey, set it up and it's going to just go. It takes work, it takes dedication.
What were the lessons? What were the surprises?
One of the surprises was we had 3 members out of the 13. It's kind of weird. We actually dropped in membership before we grew in membership. So we had 3 members that, I don't know if you all know John Padgett. He was a past district governor, real nice guy. He came to our club and he visited. He got done with his talk, and one of them was what we call the old guard. And he was like, I want to talk to you about this BS satellite stuff. And he just lit John Padgett up. I was the president. I was embarrassed. Let's all get out. John's a really good guy. He deserved that. I was embarrassed. And we ended up literally having to take 3 of our legacy members, and basically they very politely resigned themselves from the club. I didn't have a choice at that point, though, because it was, do I let the club die, or do I let 3 members that just wouldn't let go? Well, they really resigned themselves. They came to a board meeting and said, if you're going to keep going with this, then we might as well resign. And I just said, okay, I have a motion. And somebody went, I'll second it. And then it got passed, and I was like, sorry. But we had to break those 8s. And thing is, though, we were at 13. We're getting ready to be at 80. Our economic impact went from $6,000 to over $70,000 to $80,000 a year.
What was your best marketing move? How did your recruitment tool?
Karaoke works great.
What was?
Karaoke works great. No, but here's the thing I could say is that know who your cheerleaders are. How many people here, if I put you in front of somebody that says, hey, they might want to think, they might want to be interested in Rotary, you could come in with high energy, high passion and just be like, yeah, and have them hooked in Rotary and want to come join a meeting? There's not a lot. I hate to say that, but let's be honest. There are a lot of us, we're all great Rotarians. We're all great stewards of the community. But is everybody really, really great at recruiting? Probably not. So you find out who those real good cheerleaders are, and that's your membership committee. Mhm.
The man.
Yes. So that's like I'm saying, but my membership committee right now is 8 people deep in that club. And here's what happens. Somebody thinks they know somebody that might be interested in Rotary. They're going to put them in that Ignite app, and they're just going to put them in. That's it. And they're going to turn them loose. The membership committee is going to follow up with them. We're going to schedule Discover Rotaries. We're going to sit down and have coffee with them. And you're probably going to get me in front of them. And then I'm basically just going to, you're going to have 2 choices. You're either going to join Rotary or you're going to move out of town. But I was a used car sales manager for 15 years. I can challenge you, trust me.
Yeah, Tracy, elaborate a little bit about the service projects that the companion club does, some of the service projects.
They've come up with all kinds of great things between road cleanup. We do one that's really dear to my heart. It was actually with me and my wife. We own a salon in town, a salon barbershop. And somebody said, well, why don't we do something like that? Because they do like bright beginnings. We'll go take them out and take them shopping and stuff. But we got kids that go to school and basically their haircut is wherever their uncle, with a set of clippers who can cut their hair. Some of these kids, I'm sorry. Oh, uncle ain't got no business having a pair of clippers. So we're like, why don't we do just free back to school haircuts? It was one of our Rotarians came up with that and talked to my wife and they're like, hey, why don't we do it? I'm like, talked to my wife, she said, yeah, why not? Let's do it. We did. $20 haircut. So I knew about impact. We had, just give a real quick story on that. Had a young girl come in. She was 15 years old, been in foster care since the age of 9, bounced around family to family to family. She was at the current one she was at. Bag, she's been there for about 9 months. Her bags, her clothes would be washed and put back into her bags again. She wouldn't put them in the dresser. Okay. She was mixed ethnicity, which has different challenges for hair that, quite frankly, I'm sorry, but hey, white family may not know how to take care of. And they didn't. And it wasn't that they didn't care, they wanted it, they didn't have the education to do it. So she came in to see us for Cuts for Kids, 3 stylists, worked on her hair for about an hour and a half, got her all straight, got her hair cut, showed the family how to take care of it, showed the family what products to use, and donated some to them, if anything else with that. Turned around, the little girl, when she was 10 years old, when she was coming down to get her book bag, we had this real big mirror, she's breaking down in tears. And I'm like, what's going on? Is everything okay? And she looked in her mirror, and I'll never forget her response to me. Her response was, I never thought I could be beautiful. This is a 15-year-old little girl with no self-esteem. That a silly, what we would think something silly is a $20 haircut changed that little girl's trajectory in life. A $20 haircut. These are the projects we try to do that are low cost, not a whole lot of manpower, but high impact. That's what I really say is, do we do service projects to be the great savior of the community, or do we do it for the impact we have on the individual scale effects? Any other questions? Sorry, I didn't get to cheer anybody up. That I tell you, man, that one there hit me right in the chest. And I was like, oh God.
Well, Tracy, we appreciate you coming out on what is now a snowy day. So we have a lot to think about as a club. I think the other 2 clubs have a lot to think. We didn't plan for Jeanette to be here to represent her Mancos, but there it is. Tommy's here for Exmoor. But I know our club is interested in growing. I think we have been fortunate to keep stability in our membership, which I don't think has been the case in the other 2 clubs. We clearly are interested, and I think we're trying to figure out how to do that. I think we have some really good ideas today, so we gotta have a conversation next week at our normal meeting and see where we go from here. But thank you so much for
And
talking.
here's what I would share with you on that. Use the resources. Our committee has really spent a lot of time, and the whole first year of last year was all about getting the resources available to the clubs so the clubs can use them. Go on the Rotary7600.org, click on membership tools and resources. How to start a companion or satellite club, SOP is all there. How to do a Discover Rotary for recruitment, how to plan it ahead of time is there. The entire slide deck for the event is already there and pre-scripted. How to plan the actual day of the event is already there and pre-scripted. All the tools are there, use them, but most of all, the district is here to help you. We have myself, Rich Salon is the innovative advocate for our club, our ICA. You have myself, you have Neva, you have several of us that have done this. It doesn't matter. I will drive to the Eastern Shore. That's even in the snow. I will drive out here. You guys need help. You guys want any of us here, you just call us anytime and we will be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna do a quick wrap up of a couple items. So do we have any happy dollars that we wish to exchange today? Any takers? Jim?
I am $20 happy because I had an hour and a half of surgery on Friday, and here I am at 4 days later. So, if anyone wants to hear more about a Da Vinci machine, they are amazing.
Well, see, the godlike machine look, we can't tell you difference in your product. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Any other happy dollars today?
Yes.
John?
Well, we're going to Charleston this weekend. We're not telling our chemicals they have rules about West Virginians being there, but my second youngest, oldest grandson is going to give us a debriefing on his trip to New Zealand. He took some Virginia Tech students, which he is one, and we're really looking forward to it. And our granddaughter visit too. So we're having a family visit in Charlottesville. What would be better than that? $10.
$10. Huh.
On one street. Well,
Yes.
First visit.
All right.
We swear you in on your third one.
Oh,
$10. I can't, you know, got my next door neighbor here, Chris, said that he had. The what? I'm not saying you're right. So get two Greeks together. So
Oh, Greeks,
anyway,
huh?
yeah. Anyway, I'm happy because he came the second visit here. He told me he wants to talk to me now about Dwayne. Oh.
We need a chairman for our satellite.
Any other happy dollars to partake today? Hearing none. We do have our Queen of Hearts games. I know Jason's been around selling the cards. So who has the highest card today? I got an ace of spades from Mark.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I got a horn.
Nice.
I got a horn.
Oh, what is Mark's prize of the day?
So we collected $39, so today's winner is gonna get $10 at least. And plus they may get the whole pot if they draw.
Okay, Mark, let's see if you get the Queen of Hearts today.
Wrong cards. Oh.
Really pulling old cards. I know the right ones. She did not win the day, so we live in the day to play.
$57.
Card. And with that said, I know I've run us a little bit late, but I think it's been a great meeting. So I do want us all to stand to do our four-way test. The things we think say. 1, 2, prepare to all concerned. 3, better friendship. 4, 3, Tracy and Stanley, 5.
Will we have fun?
Everyone have a great day. Drive safe, please.
Great seeing you again.
You take care.
Thanks.
Now,
Very
come
cool.
out for
I have the closest I've ever gotten.
Thank
Doug's right, plastic.
And putting more of that.
I gotta get.
We can say bye tonight. Here.
This is to go with your 500.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I actually went from Lombard. I'm not going back to Chicago. And I went to boot.
Terrible.
I don't know, going from Southeast Oklahoma. Here. Winter time up there. And I was up there. Been here.
Very good. Sure.
So, how far is your? No, like, I was talking to us like, and I'll confirm if she's here.
I will, second be, I'll stand by. Yeah. Yeah. I can find a good base one. I get a good box. See you, buddy. Thanks, folks.
I have the card. I have the card.
Yeah.